Fola Adeyemo with you.
Mr. Onwamadike, a.k.a. Evans, and Victor Aduba were arraigned in 2017 on a 4-count charge of kidnapping Mr. Ahamonu. The prosecution had presented 4 witnesses, including the victim, to testify in its case. Both defendants testified in their defense and presented no witnesses. The victim had testified in court how he was kidnapped by armed men dressed in army uniform, one of whom he identified as Evans, and how he was freed after 2 months upon paying the ransom. The victim also told the court that he again identified Evans at the police station upon his arrest, and that the defendant even apologized to him for the acts. The judge held that the witness' ability to recollect who he saw wasn't discredited, and that it was unlikely he could have forgotten the identity of his abductors within that interval. In upholding Evans' confessional statement while in custody, the court dismissed his allegations of torture by the police and held that there were no bruises or marks on him. During his video interview with the police, the judge held that the interrogation done by a police sergeant, Julius Ekundayo, was, quote, skillfully extracted, as Evans was seen duly cautioned before the questioning, and that he asked the officer to write down his statement for him, which he then signed after it was read out. The police officer and his superior were also found to have countersigned the statement. The court added that Evans revealed all his escapades in that interview and mentioned the names of his victims and the ransoms paid. He spoke freely, as if he was proud of his accomplishments. The second defendant was also convicted after it was established that he was a member of Evans' kidnap gang and that his role while serving as a soldier was to give them free passage while on the operations. Both defense counsel Amobin Zelo and Adiola Folari urged the court to impose a lesser sentence. But the court adopted the argument of prosecution counsel Yusuf Sule in imposing the maximum 21-year sentence, noting that it would serve as a deterrent for the rampant crimes of kidnapping in the society. Kemi Foladeyemo, TVC News, Lagos.
Julie, Chukudimeme Onwamadike, let me use the word of the bench, is in for a long thing to be taking.
Yes, his own jurisdiction. He has a preeminent jurisdiction.
So I don't envy him at all. This is just like a slap in the
They are still taking him to the east. He's still going to the east. He has a case to answer in the east until when all those cases are decided, before we know
the fits.
Yes. And you know, in these different states, the laws differ. There are some states where the maximum penalty is death. Yes.
Especially those eastern states. I know
yes,
there are houses of assembly
Delta,
promulgated
like that. I remember a governor whose mother was kidnapped, you know, and as soon as he became governor, his mother was kidnapped when he was a lawmaker. As soon as he became governor, he came up with a law stipulating the
maximum punishment,
the death penalty. So he feels like somebody who felt it. You know, Mali said, who feels it knows it, you know. So the person who knows it, who feels it, knows it. He knows the pains. So he knows the pains that relations of kidnap victims go through. So he had to come up with that law. You know, so no one knows the kind of sentencing that he will get next time. But Evans set a record in our country. He's the first kidnapper to collect ransom in dollars. $420,000 in one operation.
$1 million.
One operation. 420,000. And there were others too that I collected dollars from. Now, the good-for-nothing people who kidnap those train passengers, they too were collecting dollars all the way.
Yeah.
In fact, someone told me that they would tell them that, look, go, your ransom is 100 million.
We want it.
Go, we want it in dollars, and you must not change the money in one location.
They're so confident that
Go
nothing will
to
happen to them.
different places.
They can define.
Go to different places to change the money before bringing it to us. If you bring it to us, having changed it in only one place, you are playing with your life. So people had no choice. A particular friend of ours, the company paid 60 million. The friends and family members
came together,
had to look for the remaining 40 million. Some of the most bestial and useless people to ever walk the face of the earth were among those bandits who kidnap people. Those who kidnapped those train passengers, because they were extremely wicked. You saw them even flogging them with not just ordinary sticks. Huge stems were being used to flog people. What was the offense? Just for traveling viral. That was the offense. So I have no sympathy for this fellow. In fact, he is one of those who made kidnapping popular in our country.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when
he took it to the next level.
Yes, took it to the next level. Next level kidnapper, new generation kidnapper.
Yeah.
You know, when they saw
Magudo,
the kind of money that he had, he was using
gold wristwatch,
yes, custom-made phones and all that.
With jammers.
Everything.
With jammers.
With jammers,
yes,
so that when you are looking
jammers
for him, it will be difficult. You know? He made Abba Kyari popular because that looked like perhaps his biggest catch. But today, fate has led Abba Kyari elsewhere.
It's like something that started from the Niger Delta and permeated across the southeastern part of the country and western part of the country. And you know Nigerians now, when we start something, everybody will sing the chorus throughout. So it's now a sing-song in the northern part of the country. But as at the time, the likes of Evans, they were wreaking havoc. It wasn't as widespread as this in the north that time. Banditry.
You know, the thing is that I remember some years back when I was with Tell magazine, we did a cover story about that one in the Niger Delta, about kidnapping becoming an industry, and we thought it was something small, and after some time, the thing petered out.
Yes.
But we saw a resurgence now, and this man, as BK was saying, he has so many things again. You remember that February 22nd, on February 25th, 2022, Justice Hakeem Oshodi has already sentenced him to life imprisonment. So he has so many cases against him now that at the end of the day, exactly,
he needs many lifetimes.
Exactly. So you now begin to wonder which of these is going to serve. But
so much in trouble.
It is a lesson that the wheel of justice may grind slowly, but surely it will catch up with you. And it is interesting that what has happened now should serve as a lesson to all to the others. I hope they are watching and listening to all these judgments and getting their acts right, because this man, in fact, I believe that in his heart of hearts, he would have thought that maybe one successful operation, he would have left the business.
No,
I mean,
no.
$420,000. How much is that? Even as an American, if you have $420,000, that's big money. Talk less of, you convert that to Naira, you know what it means. It shows that the greed that people have. You see, when people talk about poverty, we tend to romanticize it that poverty leads people to crime and not. No! I mean, if it were to be poverty, when you get that, how many lifetimes does he want to live to spend $420,000? I mean, I don't even want to bother myself converting it. I mean, so,
the everything. I think the wife wasn't aware of, and the children, they were staying in Ghana. They didn't know what Mr. Ma was doing to put food on the table, and they were shocked. I need to remember that story in 2017.
Yeah,
that woman came on air, she was crying, weeping like baby. Man.
Well, you know,
they also claim that they looted some of their property and all that they are arresting people. Some
of those things are just stories for the gods.
Because who even wants to listen to that?
For me,
the important thing is that he's been arrested.
I mean, your husband, the Yoruba will say, you didn't. Your child is not a washerman and is bringing clothes in every day. You are not asking him where he's getting it. What she should have asked him. Oga, what kind of job do you do? What business do you do that all this money is coming in?
How many wives will ask people so far about their source of income?
No, but it gets to some point
where once the woman is taking good care of, once you are taking good care of the woman, in today's world, where their tastes, their appetite is undiminishing. You want them to be asking, you brought this thing, where did you get the money? In maybe our parents, mothers of old, today's women, they want the best.
Yeah.
If you are using a Palasa phone, she wants
iPhone 14.
iPhone 14, or if there is a 15
Pro Max.
You know, that is what they want. And if you can add a few things to your income
to spice
that
it up,
enables you to make your wife wear the best amongst her peers, put on the best jewelry amongst her peers. In fact, she will idolize you. She will worship you.
And not ask questions.
And the kind of quarrels that crop up in other homes will not crop up in your home.
Yeah,
because you've managed to shut her up.
Exactly. Anyway, that's true. That's true.
Is that not what? Wait. We have vowed that we will not deceive ourselves on this program. We have vowed.
Reality, that's the reality.
A musician said, we please women with two things.
Yeah.
And each of them starts with the letter O. I will not talk more than that.
We know where we are going.
All right. Now, the prolonged strike by members of the Academic Staff Union of University, ASUU, is generating various reactions from stakeholders, especially students. To avoid escalation of the reactions, the Oni of Ife, Obadiyeye Eniton Ogunwusi, has warned the federal government and university lecturers against pushing youths to the wall by failing to end the strike. Ogunwusi said government must end the strike before anger of the youths gets out of control. Gentlemen, as at now, the Speaker of the House of Representatives is meeting with ASUU, and we just hope that they will get to the root of the whole thing. But the bottom line is that the dimension in which Oni is looking at it is that this
is already thinking it could be under answer.
Yes, because as of yesterday, they are saying that they are going to Nigerian Port Authority. Yeah. I don't know. They went to the airport yesterday. Today, they want to go to the Port Authority. I don't think I'm alive. So I don't know how far with that story today. Maybe later in the bulletin, you get to see the protests.
We are seeing people on social media pushing them to extend the thing to other places. That why should it be Lagos?
Yeah.
What Nigerians should be talking about, you know, Nigerians are hypocrites. A good number of our people, hypocrites. Bare-faced hypocrites. You should be telling the government to do what is right.
Yes. Some people are even saying last week is a session. So
that's why are they protesting in Lagos? And I'm like, which kind of elevated ignorance is UNILAG not a federal?
It's a federal university.
If they picket the highway, it's most likely a federal road.
Yes.
So why are people not telling the government that, look, government, do this the same way that this Oni has spoken? Instead, they want to turn it to another answer. They want to. You see how many people can stay at home realizing that 7 months
out of their lives,
out of the academic life, it has been taken away over a matter that can even be decided in 1 day.
In 1 day.
Honestly. So we should direct our concerns, our grievances to the right quarters. The person, I've said it here, I don't deceive myself. The person who can solve this problem is the president.
See.
The VCs who came together and said only the president can solve the problem. Perhaps the minister told them the same thing. So we should know that, look, at the rate things are going, it could degenerate. When you say why Lagos, did they not block Shagamu Road? Is Shagamu Lagos? Are you saying that it's only in Lagos that people are angry that this strike is going on? It's government that has to do the right, and that's what Oni is saying. Other Nigerians, fellow Nigerians, those who have the voice, as I said yesterday, they need to speak up and tell the president that, look, at the end of the day, nobody will talk about the minister.
No.
It is the president that they are mentioning.
At this table.
It is the president that they are mentioning. Yeah. That during his time, this is what we witnessed. It's not the first time that we will have a long ASUU strike. This is, in fact, the second longest. But on all of those occasions, nobody will talk about minister.
No.
May not even feature in people's discussion. They will say it was the president that it was
the
during his time.
Yes, exactly. Nobody will even remember
that this thing
of the minister.
After all, when a project gets delivered, it is the president that gets the credit.
Of course.
Yes, not the minister.
They'll say, Buhari built, they will say, IBB built the third land bridge. Did he not use the works minister? Was he the one supervising it by himself?
No.
So when good things happen, you take credit as our leader. When bad things happen, don't expect people to not attack you because you didn't do what you should do. This is the way I see this. The president was complaining the other day that he's done so much. He's surprised that he's not getting all the credit. The few negative things will overshadow the good things.
Bad news is good news.
I've said to the president before, I said, see, build houses in the sky for Nigerians. If you don't defeat the insecurity, it is by insecurity that your tenure will be signposted.
Yes.
That's what we will be saying.
I think as we are looking, ahead of 2023, anybody Nigerians want to vote, you must get somebody that will surround himself with people that listen, as in quality advisors that can prevail on.
Who have influence.
Who have influence? Yes, that's
who have influence. Because they may give you quality advisor, you may not take.
Yes, we have influence on the person.
I want to take us a little bit back. If my memory serves me right, I think it was a Tuesday like this in October 2020. And it was BKO and myself that we sat on this desk and we talked about the NSAS thing. By Wednesday, if my memory serves me right, it boils down to what happened at the toll gate. The same, maybe by happenstance, the two of us are together here again tonight. We are talking about this thing. What the Oni of Ife has said is hitting the nail on the head. And we've said it several times that, look, this thing has to go beyond the ministers, the vice chancellors, and all that. The president and the vice president, I said some time ago, the vice president was a lecturer before. Call the president and the vice president, let them call ASUU together. And the two of them with the ASUU delegation should sit down and talk together. Look, let us reason together. What you are asking for, we don't have the resources. This is what we have. Lay the card down on the table for them to see. But we are seeing it, they are seeing it now as if it is what concerns the Minister of Labour and Education alone. No! If this thing is not immediately nipped in the bud, as the Oni has said, it might blow into something worse than what we are thinking about. And it is not then when it happens, you remember in that famous interview when the president said he knows that the NSAS thing was meant to topple his government.
That's kind of advice.
It's a thing that
interpretation
I begin to wonder every day, every time that I am a victim. My son is a final year student of UNILAG. Now, he has been home for 7 months. So what exactly is the problem? Look, for them, I don't know how they sleep on a daily basis. If I were to be a minister or a government official, I cannot sleep with this kind of thing. It's mind-boggling. And you travel around the world and you want to tell the world that you take education seriously. If it were to be tanker drivers that have been on strike all these days, are they going to keep quiet?
No way.
No way.
No way.
They won't keep quiet.
We can never allow Pengasan to strike for 1 day.
So why will you now? It shows your level, the level at which we place
you value
in this
education.
country.
All right, we'll take this break. When we come back, we'll talk more. Please don't go away. Stay with us.
The federal government, through the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, announces the availability of COVID-19 and childhood vaccines nationwide. With the disturbing increase in reported cases of COVID-19 infections across Nigeria, protect yourself and loved ones from the harmful virus by getting vaccinated. Visit the nearest public or private health facility and mass vaccination sites today to receive the first, second or booster doses of COVID-19 vaccines. COVID-19 vaccines are given to persons 18 years and above, including pregnant women and breastfeeding mothers, while childhood vaccines are given to children from birth to 5 years for protection against polio, hepatitis, yellow fever, measles, meningitis, and other vaccines-preventable diseases. All vaccines are free, safe, and effective. For inquiries, visit www.nphcda.gov.ng or call 0700-220-1122.
This message is from NPHCDA in partnership with the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from MacArthur Foundation.
Hello, it's nice to see you again. It's a good day at First Fountain Court. You know we love sharing our progress with you and taking you every step of the way. The last time we were here, electricals, POPs were ongoing, and today a whole new level has been unlocked, and we are very excited because we are currently painting our homes, tidying our homes, and if you look right there is the utility home. Fresh water, clean water, and at the top of this is a gym house. We are really excited, and if you haven't subscribed to First Fountain Home, now is the time. Call the numbers on your screen or visit our website.
Good afternoon, sir. Please, I need a room to rent in your house.
Okay, where do you work?
I'm a nurse.
That means you won't owe me rent. Congratulations, young lady. You have yourself a house.
Well, thank you so much, sir. So, how much is the rent?
90,000 naira. Oh, but wait, where are you from?
I am from Akamata.
Akamata what? Akamata in my house? If you know how you got into my house, please get out right away. My spirit and that of Akamata people don't have anything to do together.
Sir, what have I done?
Your people from Akamata are known for bad things. That is what they represent, and you can't live in my house. Just get out right away.
What's going on?
Leave my house, young lady. Yes, our differences extend to our languages, culture, food, and even belief. But we are bound together by the cord of love. With one heart, with one voice, we will make Nigeria a hub of greatness, a place where the people live as one.
This message is brought to you from the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from the UK government.
Welcome back. This is Journalist Hangout. The bubble has burst for the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Taraba State, despite several warnings to put its house in order. The Federal High Court, sitting in Jalingo, Taraba capital, has nullified the governorship primary election that produced Senator Emmanuel Abuacha as the All Progressive Congress candidate for the 2023 elections. The presiding judge, Justice Simon Amobeda, nullified the exercise and ordered Senator Abuacha to stop parading himself as the APC governorship candidate in the states. Let's share the story, filed by TVC News Owolabi Adenusi with you.
This may not be the best of time for the All Progressive Congress in Taraba State. The Federal High Court in Jalingo has faulted the process that ushered in its gubernatorial candidate. The fallout of the gubernatorial primaries forced David Sambo Kente to approach the court, having exhausted the party mechanism to address the grievances. The contention was that there was no primary election in the state. In his judgment, the High Court judge, Justice Simon Amobeda, urged Abuacha to desist from parading himself as the party gubernatorial candidate. He also directed the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to, as a matter of urgency, withdraw the certificate of return earlier issued out to Senator Abuacha, and to as well cease from recognizing him as a party gubernatorial candidate. He directed the party to go ahead and conduct fresh governorship primaries in the state within 14 days from the day of the judgment. The judge emphasized that the 2022 Electoral Act must be strictly adhered to in the fresh primaries. The judge went ahead to stress that the evidence presented before him indicated that there was no APC governorship primary in the state, said there was no evidence to show that due process was followed. The defendant, as made known by him, could not ensure that there was a primary election in the state, stating that one handwriting appeared in more than one of the result sheets. The judge ruled that the nomination of the party candidate in the said primary was not valid and ordered the party to provide a level playing ground for all the aspirants that will be jostling for the governorship ticket of the party. The coordinator of the Vicante gubernatorial campaign organizer commended the judiciary for the judgment.
Today's judgment, in real sense, has conveyed a big message, not only to Tarabans, but to the nation. One of the attributes of Almighty God is Adal, and that is justice. God alone stands for justice. That is why he is.
The council to APC and the party candidate, Festus Kaide Idepefo and Ibrahim Effiong, says they will reach out to their principals before deciding the next action to be taken.
What His Lordship did was to just give a highlight of the judgment. I have not been able to see the full import of the judgment.
Now, I will tell you, it is just a stage. We have about 3 stages. Federal High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court.
The event watchers are looking out for the next step APC will take before the expiration of the 14-day window given by the court.
Yes, the exact season. We witnessed this same scenario in 2019, where party refused to stick to the dictates of internal democracy and able to conduct free, fair primary election. So aggrieved party will have to go to courts and look at how many days to the general election. Look at what we're witnessing.
Yes, it's just a little less than 5 months to the election. Yeah. The party has found itself in this kind of mess. Remember what happened in Anambra. I always point to what happened in Anambra.
Yes.
Where they organized a charade of party of primaries and allocated hefty votes.
200 and something thousand votes.
At the end of the day, the court ruled that no primary election took place. You know, there was a lot of noise in the dailies that the primary election in Anambra for the APC did not follow due process. But those noises were drowned by those who will say, oh, these are bad losers and all that. But despite the fact that Andy Uba came third in the primary election, despite the fact he came third, was well beaten in the primary election, and the main, he was well beaten in the governorship election.
Roundly beaten.
The Supreme Court still ruled
went ahead that he was
not a candidate.
Ab initio.
Which means that if the APC had won that election, the way Soludo won, they would have declared that victory a nullity. So the person who came second will have become
inherited
the governor. So parties need to stop this greed. Party leaders need to stop this greed for acquiring, acquiring power needlessly. Because what you see is an individual who see himself as the leader of the party and want to insist that it is the person that he wants that must win the primary election. Remember the warning that President Buhari gave, that let us allow the system to produce the best. That we have lost elections in the past because we did not allow popular candidates to win. We will impose candidates. At the end of the day, the person cheated will leave the party, go to another party, and he will defeat his own party. Did we not see it in several states in 2019? This is the kind of scenario. If you even wanted to tamper with the process, you need to do it in a manner that will not be apparent. If you are seeing the same signature in different results, it means that you just wrote figures. So, and if you had the privilege of facing the judge and you cannot defend the primaries before the judge, if you cannot prove that you followed the provisions of the Electoral Act and even the INEC guidelines, then whatever judgment the court comes up with, you have to abide by it.
In Taraba State, for some time now, it has been a PDP state, and for this to happen, it's like a big setback for the quest of APC to make a good showing ahead of next year's governorship election.
It's even a little bit unfortunate that what is today's date? In how many days' time now? INEC is supposed to release names of approved candidates for election. And now, how many days to it? You have this. So, now, internal democracy. You see, the parties come and talk about democracy, this one is the... But even internally, they have that problem. It is not the problem of APC alone. It is not the problem of PDP alone. In fact, almost all the parties. But we are concerned now because they are the leading parties are the ones that are having that problem. The moment you don't allow internal democracy to prevail, this is the kind of thing that is going to be happening. A candidate that, look, there is nothing wrong in the party leadership having an interest in a candidate. But you must allow that mechanism of the party to be obeyed. Not openly that you will now throw your weight against, behind a particular candidate and try to ramrod that down the throat of every member of the party. If care is not taken, anyway, Taraba is controlled by PDP now, and
but APC is supposed to be strong there now.
It's supposed to be strong, but if care is not taken, this is going to be a big problem for them, because I mean, if you can, as an opposition party, you cannot put your house in order.
And you know, the same judge delivered a judgment that favors the PDP. The same judge, the same High Court judge. So the PDP had a petition before the judge, but the judge dismissed that one. So it's already advantage PDP now.
Yeah.
You are in a contest against a party that has always won election in that place. You have to put your house in order. Yeah. To defeat the incumbent, you have to put your house in order.
Formidable.
Yes.
Very well.
It's not a time for... It's not a time for you to squabbles like this, because if you want to win and you can't put your house in order, how do you then defeat a formidable party that has been ruling the state all this year? So they have not covered themselves in glory by allowing this sort of thing to happen. Senator Buacha left the PDP to join the APC. And many people felt that, look, with his coming, that it could mean that this time around, the APC will win. You know, especially since he's a Christian as well. You know, but with the kind of
internal wrangling
that we have, I know this thing has been on. The person who took them to court is not the only person beat out. There are other people who are also complaining about that particular problem. But this was the person who decided to go to court. Already, chances are that those other aggrieved people will work against the candidate of the party.
They will.
Now this.
And then this one now.
All right. And finally, the Midas touch of the chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, retired Brigadier General Buba Marwa, continues to manifest. NDLEA operatives have uncovered a major warehouse in Ebute area of Ikorodu, Lagos, where 1,855 kilograms of cocaine was stored. The cocaine seized from the warehouse is worth more than $278 million, which is about 194 billion naira in street value. Here is a story by TVC Demola Lawrence.
This is Olokunla Crescent in Ebute, Ikorodu area of Lagos, southwest Nigeria. Unknown to residents of this area, house number 6, Olokunla Crescent, is full of cocaine. At least 4 drug barons, including a Jamaican and the warehouse manager, were arrested in connection with the drugs. In the well-coordinated intelligence-led operation by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, that lasted 2 days, the operatives arrested the suspect at different locations in Lagos with 185 kilograms of illicit drugs worth $278 million.
So we have to acknowledge the support of our foreign counterpart, that's the American Drug Enforcement Administration, commending the NDLEA officers, the DEA officers, and men of the Nigerian military who had supported us in this effort. He also said it is the seizure, this huge seizure is a deadly blow to the drug cartels and a sign that they will all go down.
On whether the agency will be influenced in its decision to charge the suspect to court, the NDLEA spokesperson has this to say.
The chairman of the agency, General Marwa, coordinated this operation. Every minute up till the last minute before you gathered here, he was on top of it. So you know the kind of person he is. You know his antecedents. He's not somebody that can be manipulated or swayed by anybody.
For the agency, this is a stern warning to all drug barons all over Nigeria that the fight against illicit drugs will definitely get a boost and will get a fight to the end. Ademola Lawrence, TVC News, Lagos.
Judy, I watched this Colombian movies, all these Argentine Mexican movies, when I see the volume of drugs. But Nigeria, this is quite unusual. This is mind-blowing.
Well, you know why this is not strange to me? There was a time when cocaine was brought into our country in a container. We containerized cocaine and brought it here. I'm sure you can remember.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago. A whole load of cocaine a whole container full of cocaine. You can imagine a 50-foot container. You know how long it is and how wide it is to fill it with cocaine. What would the street value of that one be? You see? But we've got to commend General Marwa. General Marwa is a Nigerian hero. What he's doing currently, people may not see it because he doesn't make any noise. Yeah. He just does his work carefully. He is someone who is showing us that if he gets bigger responsibilities, he will similarly deliver. Since he got there, people have been asking me that, does it mean that we didn't have NDLEA before?
Honestly.
Because this is the time where we are now, the NDLEA is now doing its work. And the kind of money they offer these people, that they snub. So you must believe so much in your boss.
Yes.
To not be swayed. I don't know. I asked him the day I interviewed, I said, what did you say to the staff on your first day at work here? Because there's a breath of fresh air. You will now see renewed vigor in the way these guys are doing their work. You will now ask yourself, is it that he brought new staff? But he didn't bring anybody.
That's what leadership does.
But that they have someone who is sitting there, who is focused on his goal.
As usual.
Yeah, that's it.
They have all keyed into the Marwa vision.
Yeah.
This is what we are seeing. The general was telling me that between January 2021 and June 2022, 17,647 drug offenders were arrested. Just look at within that period. Then more than 3.5 million kilograms of illicit drugs valued at 130 billion was seized during the same period. Now you can imagine if that quantum of illicit drugs should get into the streets. It is not even on the streets. We already have enough mad people.
Honestly.
So you can imagine mad people. It's not everybody wearing dirty. It's not only everybody in rags that is mad.
No.
You see a lot of young people just moving around. You think that they are normal human beings. No. The sense of reasoning has taken a flight.
Long ago.
They are not human beings anymore.
So they are not
there is a story.
In their thinking.
Let me tell you,
their actions.
The general told me we have a big drug problem in our country.
Yeah.
It is estimated that up to 30 million Nigerians are on drugs. Children as young as 11 years, they are already being introduced to drugs in our country.
Yeah.
So
different
now people go into drugs. Those drugs alter their mindset, and they think that, oh, this is the solution, even if it's temporary. But a life of drug addiction is what they have embraced with their own hands.
Yeah.
Now, he was telling me about a man who has a son, who is a junkie. That man is a prominent person in our country. He didn't tell me the name because he fears me as a journalist. He didn't tell me. But that man cannot go to bed until his son has already started snoring. Because
he doesn't know what he will do next.
He could cut his throat. Yes. So every time, before he goes to bed, he makes sure that he's safely snoring in his room. Not just that he's asleep or snoring.
That's the only way.
Yes. You know that time is in dreamland already.
Yeah.
So since it's in dreamland, that is the time to sleep. Now, the NDLEA has already done rehabilitation for more than 11,000 people within the time that Marwa got there. That should tell you that we are in trouble.
Yeah.
We are in trouble.
I also want to believe strongly that Nigeria is
anyhow, we have the people that will consume it.
Yeah,
we have the money.
You know, the thing I see there is that maybe the other routes have become unsafe for them, and then they put their eye on Nigeria now that maybe that is another aspect they can explore.
How did this get to our country? Is it that these guys are mixing everything here? They have the solution here?
No.
I think they came into our country.
They brought it in. Yes. They
because
brought
when
it
he was thanking those foreign people,
exactly,
maybe they were tipped off.
Exactly. So all these things, what we have seen is that this man has come with a renewed energy, and we must thank God that at least the government got this right at this point by naming him as the chairman of the
NDLEA.
And there is no any executive interference here and there. That go ahead and do
his work.
So I want us to take a very critical look at that instance. That I believe very strongly that they are trying to divert their route to Nigeria. And they've got their match in this man. And all we need to do is to continue to pray for him and assist.
And his team.
And the team, exactly, that
I have my first caller. Taiwo is calling us from London. Thank you for joining us, Taiwo.
Yeah, good evening. Now, well done for the good job you're doing. I'd like to make comments regarding the student protest.
Go ahead.
Unless we're being dishonest, we all know the reason why nothing is being done. It's simply because the children of the high and mighty, they don't study in Nigeria. If they study in Nigeria, they will put more care in education. They love education just for their children, not for the masses, and it is so unfortunate. Can you imagine the student being out of school for 7 months, and the president of House of Representatives is just coming out after 7 months? Where has it been? Where has it been?
Thank you, Taiwo. Julius, the flip side of this drug thing is our children. There's fire on the mountain.
See,
you don't know where to start. You don't know where to start. Male, female.
Guess now. Now think there's no big deal smoking cannabis.
Yeah.
In the IM. If I told someone that, look, all my growing up years, all my growing up years, that I never saw a girl smoke cannabis before me. He said, come to shrine. Come to shrine. You will see them in the open. I said, well, I don't want to see such people. So you won't see me even go near that place. It's terrible. And I'm happy that the president, all the way from New York, called Marwa to congratulate him over this feat.
Because the story is all over the world.
No, because this is a huge breakthrough.
Monumental one.
It's a big breakthrough. It's something for which, do you know, they can give those guys the kind of money that will settle them for life now. Yeah. But they refuse to take it. Yeah. If they wanted to compromise, even on the matter of Abba Kyari, they could have compromised.
Exactly.
But you know what Marwa did? When Marwa saw that, because it was promised that, okay, he will be released so day. When he saw signs that they were vacillating, by himself he came out to say, we have arrested the people that this person worked with. You know, we are waiting for the police to surrender.
They wanted to politicize it at the initial stage, but later they just saw that, look,
no, they didn't. If you made a promise that you give him up so day, once that day had come, live up to your promise. But once that didn't happen, he started suspecting that you are trying to do something. So he called the press and said, look, this is what happened. And they had the video. That video, look, that video, everything. You could say, no, they just want to give him a bad name because he's the most decorated police officer of all time. But the video, in fact, my heart sank.
Demystified him.
My heart sank when I saw that video. I didn't know what to say. You know how we used to
talk about
the young man,
you
know? So now we have to do our best. The last time a survey was conducted, more than 11 million Nigerians were said to be on drugs. Nigeria is the #1 country in the world. Yes, we grow it here.
Of course, no, that one
in your state.
No, in every corner you go, they grow it.
So we are the #1 consumer.
And
you can now see why these are people when they go to countries like Thailand, like Malaysia, and the rest of they will catch them. China, once they catch you, you are gone. You are gone. But in spite of that, our people have not stopped. They still keep going to those places.
I think
if you go to the northern part of the country, if you go to the north, codeine.
You know,
they have their own. They have their own addictions.
You know what is even there now? There are these young boys who go around like Meshai, those who sell tea. If you stop any of them and look at what they are selling, it is drug. There are many in Yaba. I've seen them before. And there are small boys who will carry the Messiah. We grew up knowing, you know them now.
Courier companies are now being used.
They are now also being used
to distribute, to deliver illicit drugs to people.
So, officially.
I mean, every sense had to be woken up.
And when people take drugs, you know what can happen. Look at that girl that killed what's that man's name? That Unilag student that killed that.
Chidima.
Both of them took according to her.
And Olaika Igbile, thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. And the master himself, Babajide Kolade.
Thank you.
Thank you for another episode. And that's our offering today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast tonight at 11 tonight. And don't forget to join us on Sunday for Journalist Hangout on Sunday from 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I'm Ayodele Ozubakum. Bye for now.
Good afternoon, Oga. Now you be the landlord.
Yes, Nami.
Oga landlord, me go need 1 room for this your house. So.
Okay, sure you get work where you do.
Yes, I be nurse.
You know go they owe me be that now.
Now how much be your rent, Sef?
Not just 90,000 naira. Wait, this guy, where you come from, Sef?
Oga, I come from Akamata.
Akamata? No talk am again. My spirit and Akamata people no they ever join.
Oga, wetin happen now?
Come over for my compound. Now so baba thing na people sabi do for that Akamata. Come over here.
Haba, Papa, wetin this innocent girl do you now? Now people like you, they spoil Nigeria, Papa.
I think you don't see them now. My people, they talk, say jollof rice, we dey for bottom pot today, go dey top of cooler tomorrow. As I take need you now, so you self need me. Because now one mama we get, we be Nigeria. Make we love ourselves, because now only together we go fit make our country better for us and our children them. One heart plus one love equals better Nigeria. Now the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from the UK government, they bring in this message.
Hello, it's nice to see you again. It's a good day at First Fountain Court. You know we love sharing our progress with you and taking you every step of the way. The last time we were here, electricals, POPs were ongoing, and today a whole new level has been unlocked, and we are very excited because we are currently painting our homes, tiling our homes, and if you look right there is the utility home. Fresh water, clean water, and at the top of this is a gym house. We are really excited, and if you haven't subscribed to First Fountain Home, now is the time. Call the numbers on your screen or visit our website.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. ShopX TV is excited to have reached 40,000 customers, and to celebrate this milestone, we are offering our customers 40% off on select products. Look, our NutriBullet 600 watts nutrient extractor with cyclionic action normally retails for 64,950 naira. But place your order now and get it for just 38,970 naira. And the 900 watt NutriBullet has also been slashed from 74,950 naira to 44,970 naira. Amazing! It's not too late to switch to a healthier lifestyle by purchasing our best-selling Power XL air fryer. The Power XL air fryer normally retails for 79,950 naira. But for this limited time offer, you get it for just 47,970 naira. Incredible!
The future is here. It is the Power XL air fryer. You're kidding. Cooks all your fried foods with air. All? Yes, all.
But wait, why not transform your kitchen experience with our Triple Deal collection? This amazing collection includes one Power Air Fryer XL, one 900 watt NutriBullet, and one Copper Chef Wonder Cooker. The Copper Chef Wonder Cooker comes with one deep roasting pan, one shallow roasting pan, one crisper tray, one tempered glass pan lid, two bonus deep fry baskets. You would normally pay up to 215,970 naira for the Triple Deal, but call the number on your screen now and get the entire collection for not 300,000 naira, not even 200,000 naira, but for just 129,540 naira.